the spot, news media. We got the latest news. We don't care about the views. We just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right. Y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Friday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, in the morning, yeah. We're going to kick it off with some updates before we get into this morning's fresh set of stories. Now, as the entire nation is presently dealing with the passage of Hurricane Melissa and the rebuilding and cleaning up efforts, some of the criminal elements are back to their good old dirty nasty ways. Yeah, man, the knockings and clappings continues. Now, I could deal with the update before we get into the fresh set of stories. Now, presently on your screen is Horace Crossman, the man that the four criminal elements left from the corporate era to take out in the Geisel community of St. Catherine. So this man was the intended target before the police would have cornered the four and took them out. Now, we still not get the identities of all of the criminal elements, but we get the alias and the picture of one. Now, this criminal element here, presently on your screen, is identified as Peanut, or some may call him Nutsy, in our streets. Now, he is said to be from the community of Tel Aviv in the Kingston Central Police Division. The other three men are said to be from an area known as Cuba in Waterhouse, which is in the St. Andrew South Police Division. Now, Peanut is a reputed top knockers and clappers. We go all both go carry out all sort of dirty works once the price is right. Peanut has also had his fair share of run-ins with the law. In fact, he was in a recent shootout not too long ago, where him and the police them toss up and the police them can him up. Peanut is from a troubled background, and he is also from a long heritage of criminal elements. In fact, he has a brother, had a brother that was taken out in the Pernell Charles arcade some time ago. So Peanut is definitely, was definitely no stranger to crime and violence, and he literally just bite off a little bit more than him could have chewed that time, yeah, and the squad of them circle him, nyam him food, and broke the plate. So Peanut is definitely here no more. Grung him come from as a peanut, grung him gone back. Boy, me I tell you, my peeps, the thing rough, and again, I will make this public appeal to the youths and youths them. Being a top knockers and clappers is definitely not the way to go. Stay away from crime. Yeah, man. Now, in this morning's fresh set of stories, we're going to kick it off over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Kingston Eastern Police Division. Right out of Bulbay, there's a place known as Jackville District. And knockings and clappings going out there. Now, me get to understand, say a brother known as Ronaldo, 28-year-old truck driver will come from Jackville District, end up lose him 3 points to the hands of an armed criminal element. Get to understand, say to a female get caught up and seriously injured, presently hanging on to her life by a thread in the hospital. Now, the criminal element who carried out that knockings and clappings has since been identified as Karen Daly. So the criminal element known as Karen Daly is now wanted by the Kingston Eastern Police. Now we've seen, please alert the police right away because this criminal element, Karen Daly, is to be considered armed and dangerous. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is that the entire JCF has been plunged into mourning as two of their officers lost their lives to the hands of two armed criminal elements. Now that particular fatal knockings and clappings took place sometime around 7:30, 8 p.m. last night. So the two police officers lose them 3 points and a service pistol belonging to one of the police officers is now a part of the criminal element's arsenal. As I stated earlier, it took place along 83 Waltham Park Road. Now the two police officers have since been identified as Charles Stewart. Charles Stewart is to the right of the screen and he is attached to the Spanish Town police station. It is stated that the other police officer, identified as Jahmarie Garden, is also attached to CTOC. So we get to understand that the two policemen went to the area to accost a man. The reason behind it, word on the street, I'm not for certain about this, but word on the street, it involved something to do with a stolen motor vehicle. It is stated that Constable Charles Stewart accosted a man and slapped him up wicked. And the man was released. He ran off and returned with a firearm and canned up both policemen, leaving them lifeless, same place, on the spot. Now we get to understand that both police officers are friends, them trained together and are really, really close friends. So Constable Stewart was going to the area and he called his friend to assist him to go into the area to deal with whatsoever it is that they went there to get done. Now both police officers are no longer among the land of the living. Now a whole heap of things is being said all over social media. I will not repeat same until I can get the full comprehensive report on what actually happened and what actually made them go to that particular area in the night. Because for those who don't know, 83 Lane a dirty place. A whole heap of tap knockers and clappers come from in a little mud puddle, a one real crab up area. So it just leaves one to wonder why two off-duty police officers would have ventured into that area without calling the necessary support that they know for sure that they would have needed entering into that area. But anyway, as I stated earlier, until me get the full comprehensive details about the happenings of that particular knockings and clappings, I won't say certain things as yet. Now the two criminal elements who have been deemed as the knockers and clappers surrounding the fatality of the two officers are presently on your screen. Now the one without shirt to the right of the screen has since been identified as Marcarius Monroe, said to be of a 48 Ricketts Crescent in Kingston 11, and he's said to be 19 years old. He sometimes goes by the name of Maquan Monroe or Mackie. Now the one to the left of the screen has since been identified as Junior Brown. He's from a 83 Waltham Park Road address and he's said to be 18 years old. So a two young little youth clap with two young little youth. Boy, man, I tell you my peeps, the thing rough. Now for those of you who love to harbor criminal elements, them two ya una need for tan 4 from them. So let me give you a little bit more information as it relates to the 2 police officers. Charles Stewart, his father, is a serving member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Well trained, well equipped, and definitely have the backing of the entire Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defence Force. The other one is stationed at SeaTac. I want to know how SeaTac man them go to work. So I would advise anybody out there we have this smart idea about them I go put up them boy. Remember me telling you, you need to push them out right away. Because not only the fact that police know I hunt them have them enemies also. So anybody come circle them first, you know say it not going to be a good showdown. And if you are caught in close proximity of these criminal elements, as in harboring them in your premises or in your immediate company, you too are likely to get caught up from either by the police or by the knockers and clappers them who they are definitely enemies with. So anybody knowing the whereabouts of these 2 criminal elements, do the right thing and push them out right now. Yeah, man. Because failure to do so, you will be laying in the casket next to them at the burial. So, make we move on. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Catherine North Police Division, where a double fatality go on over there. Boy, may I tell you, my peeps, the thing rough. Now, presently on your screen is one of the victims, said to be a teacher identified as Tara Pinnock. It is also stated that her 13-year-old daughter was also murdered. Jaja God, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now, the 13-year-old daughter has since been identified as Taheli Wright, a student at the Bridgeport High School. Both of them lived in the St. Catherine North Police Division in Mount View, that is in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Their lifeless bodies was found at their homes with a whole heap of knife up wound all over their bodies. It is also stated that it may have been stemming from a domestic violence gone wrong. Now we are going to hear from the commanding officer of the St. Catherine North Police Division, that's Senior Superintendent of Police Hopton Nicholson, who confirmed the development. Now listen.
The St. Catherine North Police is asking Mr. Brandon Main, a taxi operator who plied the Spanish Town to Nagahead route, to immediately turn himself over to the police. We believe that Mr. Main can assist us with this ongoing investigation, and we ask him to immediately hand himself over to the police. We also appeal to any citizen who may have seen or heard something that can assist in this investigation to do so. It appears as if the perpetrator or perpetrators of this double murder had access to the premises, as preliminary investigation have not revealed any forced entry. We will be conducting a thorough investigation into this matter, and we believe that we'll be able to solve it within a reasonable time. Now, this cowardly act by the perpetrator is something that should not have happened, and we believe that it may have some domestic as the origin of what resulted in the murder of these 2 young ladies. We also use the opportunity to remind persons that if they have domestic issues, seek assistance, seek professional intervention, or call the police so we can try to see how well we can treat with the matter, or liaison with our various stakeholders to try and treat with this matter. We believe that this double murder could have been prevented if the necessary interventions were done in a timely manner. So we just ask the general citizenry to, be your brother's keeper and give us all the information that you can.
So again, the police have named the perpetrator of that particular crime, that double fatality of 29-year-old Tara Pinnock and their 14 or 13-year-old daughter, Taheli Wright. The criminal element, his name is Brandon Main, said to be a taxi operator of the area. So anyone knowing the whereabouts of Brandon Main, please ask him to turn in himself to the police forthwith, because failure to do so, he will be sought after. Boy, may I tell you, it's rough. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is still in the St. Catherine North Police Division, where a fatality took place last night just after 7 p.m. Now, the man who was on the receiving end of them fatal bullets there has since been identified as Akeem Douglas, presently on your screen. And he is 29 years old, said to be a wholesale worker of William Street in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. He was taken out in a hail of bullets by armed criminal elements right along Wellington Street in the vicinity of Luwang Supermarket. So another fatality to the tally of the St. Catherine North Police Division. Boy, may I tell you, the knockings and clappings continues. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the Clarendon Police Division. Right up a cocoa piece there, so, in a Clarendon. A fatal knockings and clappings going up there when I get the name of the male, but he was taken out in a hail of bullets by armed criminal elements sometime around 9:30 p.m. last night. So when we get the name of that particular person, we will update you subsequently. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about is coming out of the St. Anne Police Division. Right in a sentence bay, there's a Windsor main road. A knockings and clappings going around there. A brother known as the Jero Taylor get caught up round there. We get to understand, say, him and police tass up and him attack the police with a knife. And the police make him know, say, yo, how you fi carry knife come a gun war, and can him up. Luckily for him, he's still among the land of the living, and Indicom is presently investigating. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is still in the St. Anne Police Division, right around a Cave Valley there, so. A big thing going around there, boy, may I tell you, say the whole place and the morning, the people, them feel it to them core. Right around a place known as Coffee Ridge, a fatality going around there. A little brother known as Conroy Dwyer, 37 years old, said to be from the Jahmarie district in St. Anne. And why the people them so cut up about it, he said to be of unsound mind. So as a brother, them say, boy, I'm not too trouble nobody, so them not understand why them have to deal with him so. Now it is stated that he was found along the roadway with multiple knife wounds and chop wounds. So the Cave Valley Police is presently investigating that one. Boy, may I tell you, it's rough. Now the last thing that we're going to talk about in the morning here is coming out of the St. James Police Division. Right around a Granville there, so, a place known as Gut Bottom. A knockings and clappings going around there. A brother known as Henry get caught up. 25-year-old young youth. Him come from Guns Drive in a Granville district. Now he was conned up by unknown assailants. Now the St. James Police is presently investigating that one. So on the Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping tabs on that one and try to find out why Henry get conned up like that. And given the fact that right now them parts of St. James are in a shambles, but the criminal elements them still find it within themselves if you knock it and clap it pan people. Boy, may I tell you, my peeps, even after all of what we have went through right across the length and breadth of Jamaica, when time the hurricane did come, everybody did a pray. Now the hurricane gone and the sunshine has come and no more rains in the cloud. Everybody just gone back to business as usual. While many of our brothers and sisters are homeless and are presently suffering. Boy, I don't know about, I guess because the hurricane gone, the people them stop pray and them just feel like say, "Cho, can just go back to my old dirty ways." We not learn, you know. We really, really don't learn. And one of these days, I just hope and pray for the innocent still, but trust and believe, man. The wicked shall perish. Somewhere, somehow, the wicked shall perish. Because good enough, my peeps, no matter how long it take, good will always overcome evil. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.